I want to thank everybody for chiming in. This is IAmYahudahYisrael, also known as Pastor Derek Man, on Sunday Scripture Study. What's today's date? On this 8th day in October 2017. Let's go to 2 Corinthians on this morning, the 13th chapter of 2 Corinthians. I don't even believe there is 18, is it? 13 and 5. Second Corinthians 13 and 5, right? And it reads, examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know you not your own self, how that Yahudah HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Let's look at Romans 8. Eight and 5. Romans 8 and 5. Look what it says. Y'all ready? Let's see if it says this. It says, for they that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. The realest thing we've ever done, right, was to get saved. Because one of the realest things that ever happened to us was to be born. That was real. And so is the willingness to be born again. Again, right? We were born the first time kind of without our permission, for the lack of a better term. But the second birth is something you have to do. And that second birth is everything. There's no comparison. No comparison. Being saved is being rescued. If you want to be sober-minded about it, it is never what this church stuff is going on. It's just so not about that. It's so not about the large concert, and I'm definitely not saying that people can't be saved in the midst of that. I'm not saying that. But a lot of people are lost in that process because it's just a big fashion show, a big concert, and a lot of times it's just a sin den, and it just can't be that. So here it is. Saul, they call him Paul, but Saul is saying, examine yourself whether you be Be in the faith. Prove. Examine yourself. Prove yourself. Prove that you're saved. To you. Are you a believer? We got to know for ourselves. Real talk. All games aside, because the heat is being turned up. And before the heat get turned up, you don't want to be the type of person necessarily that want to try to get saved as soon as it's going down. A lot of people don't do that. But it just don't exactly work like that, even though it can be done. Don't get it twisted. It can be done. But you want to be sure of your relationship with the Most High prior. Because when it get turned up, if you ain't where you should be, you're going to sell out. If you selling out now, of course, when they turn up the heat, sell out. Mute your phone. When the heat get turned up, folks will sell out if they're fleshly, if they're carnal. You're a carnal-minded person, you're going to do you when the heat get turned up, especially if the heat ain't turned up, but your flesh is turned up. That's why I say they that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh. If we examine ourselves, that sets us up to be able to be helped. If you're the type of person that's filled with false doctrine, it's proven, right? It's proven that, once saved, always saved is just not true. Sinner saved by grace is an oxymoron. It's not true. If you're a sinner, according to Timothy 1:9, then you're under the law. If you're a sinner, you're under the law, because the law was made for the sinner, right? So if you're sinning, you're under the law. But according to Galatians 5, if you're led of his spirit, meaning if you're led of his word, if you're obedient to his word, you're not under the law. You were rescued from the law, and now you have a spiritual relationship with him. So you're able to now realize that, then you can examine yourself. And it don't really take a lot. You just look at how you live. Look at what you do. They that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh. When someone is fleshly, it's evident, especially to other people. It's only obvious. But the difficult part, is it evident to you? That's the difficult part. Other people can tell you their opinion of you because they watch you, they know you. But can you see you is the key. And the key is they that are of the flesh do mind things of the flesh, meaning do your life consist of carnal, fleshly things? Because if I'd have kept reading in Romans 8 after that, it said, for to be carnally minded is death. If you're after the flesh, you're going to die. Being after the flesh means that your life is catered to natural things, your sinful nature, in other words. You cater to physical money. Your time is spent doing natural things. That's what's important to you. You're more interested in, your house, your money, your job, your children, your spouse, your comfort. You're more interested in, partying, what's on TV, just carnal. That's what you live for. For they that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh, meaning your mind is on fleshly things. That's why in Colossians 3, it says, if you then be risen with the Messiah, seek those things which are above. When you're of the Spirit, you're looking for Yah. You're looking for his kingdom. You're looking for his word. You're fasting. You're praying. You're studying. You're checking yourself. You're not getting drunk and high. You're not going to go to the club. You're not dealing with that stuff. You're not trying to find a mattress partner, someone to lay up on a mattress with. This is not your goal. They that are after the flesh do mind that type stuff in church. They in church, but they mind is on earthly things. They notice all the butts in the church. You know what I mean? They Cleveland huntings. Who got a little Cleveland showing this evening? When you are the flesh, you can be around the things of Yah, but your mind is somewhere else. Yeah. On a blunt or a cigarette or something. And we got to examine ourselves to see whether we be in the faith. You got to be able to check yourself. You got to be able to look at this thing for what it really is. And the reason why that's so important is because we want to be saved, don't we? For Yah so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish. This place is perishing. It says, save yourself from this untoward generation. This generation is not going towards Yah, not going towards the Creator. It's going away from him. And you got to realize that. Are you rolling with him? Is your agenda and your goal with them? Or are you like, I'm cool, I don't want nothing to do with this place? Not on that level. I'm cool. They that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh. What is your mind on? Real talk. What is your mind on? You depressed when fleshy things ain't going your way? Or does the things of Yah supersede that? You too busy searching for him. You too busy trying to get your life right, trying to get your heart right. Have you been called out of the darkness into the marvelous light? Didn't it say examine yourself? Am I tripping? It says examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Are you in the faith? Can you examine yourself? Can you check? Who want to check? Who want to be honest? Because the only thing's going to be jumping off on Judgment Day before the Messiah is honesty. You ain't going to be able to lie to kick it. You're not going to be able to front at all. It's going to be, this is what it is. Yeah, period. This is real. Can we mess around and get real now? Because the time to examine yourself is now. Wouldn't it be scary if there was someone in this room right now that show up but not lining up? That would be scary. And that should be sobering to everyone in this room, including me. Ain't no exclusivity here, including me. You got to be able to examine yourself to make sure you're lining up with the will of Yah, period. And if you're not, start. The first step is being able to admit it. See, some people get offended when they examine themselves to see, well, I ain't. And then the next thought is, well, then forget it. You gone crazy. Forget you? You want hell? You don't want to be rescued? You want to throw in the towel on yourself? No, you don't. That's the devil tricking you. You're too close to the devil. You're too close to your own personal carnality if your carnality convinces you that you want to destroy yourself. You want self-destruction. No, you do not. There's people that survive trying to kill themselves. As soon as they jumped, the reality hit them. You messed up. I regret this. You couldn't talk them out of it. Don't jump. Don't do it. And they thinking in their mind, goodbye, cruel world. They thinking to themselves, I had enough. I can't deal with this. That's what they thinking, right? Then they jump off the bridge. I'm talking about those that survived. Jumped off the bridge, and the moment they jump, their life flashed before them, and they say, you just messed up. I'm not talking about people that fake it and, take a bunch of pills and survive and all that old dumb stuff, don't learn nothing. Because unfortunately, there's people like that. No, you pray for them because the devil's trying to trick them out of their life. You don't want to die. It's ugly out there. You think you don't want to jump out the skillet into the fire, believe me, because it's the fire that made the skillet hot. If you couldn't stand the skillet, you definitely ain't going to be able to stand the flames. And you got to get that, and you got to know that. So don't jump out the skillet into the flame. But you do not want to die. Are you willing to examine yourself? Talking about school? You want to take the test to pass so you can get the degree? You went to school, you went to all them classes so you can pass? This is something you can't afford to flunk. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, a.k.a. when he is tested. It's a test, and you need to pass the test. Some of us need to take the test over again. You're flunking. Some of us give in to our flesh. We still go hang out with them. We still hit the mattress with them. We still smoke it. We still drink it. We still dip into the club. We still ain't reading. We still ain't fasting and praying. We still get mad and cuss you out, beat your whoop behind. We still got that crap in us. Examine yourself. Because some things are harder to see about yourself. But some things is obvious. You can't play it off if you cuss them out. How you going to play that off? Knuckles swollen now. You just socked them in the head. You can't play that off. You can't play that off when you're checking out of the motel smoking a cigarette. Just finished. You blowing O's. They still blow O's? When I was coming, they blow O's. Perfect shirt look like how the donut coming out your mouth. No, that don't do that no more. Folks so stressed out. Hey, look. Hey, folks so stressed out they can't even blow O no more. Just come out, just spray it. No, I used to see it. I used to see people blow O, and they would stick their finger in it. Yeah, stick the finger in the O. It costs a lot of money to blow. Oh, yeah, they're expensive now. Yeah. That's about 80 cents an O, huh? Oh, yeah. But examine yourself. But see, the key to examine yourself shouldn't be a depressing situation. I'm going to tell you what it really is so you don't get depressed about it, right? It's a blessing that he had mercy on us in spite of our sins, that all we have to do is examine ourselves and admit it. When you're wrong, you're just wrong. Just admit it. And then say, help me. Because you can't afford to throw in the towel on yourself. If you come up with Romans 8 and 5, right? They that after the flesh do my things to the flesh. Who's that crying? Oh, that's somewhere else. They need to be in service now. But they that after the flesh do my things of the flesh. When your mind is on the flesh, you're going to have a hard road. You got to somehow get your mind off the flesh, off earthly stuff. See if it is true on October 15th. And they're going to inquire everyone to take a shot. And if you don't, they're coming to get you. It's evil enough. They got enough weaponry. They're here with weapons. They just snuck in. It ain't like the pictures. You seen the stuff when the tanks was coming in on trailers and all that, and UN vehicles and all that. That's been going on for a while. They've been closed to the Walmarts and getting other camps for FEMA camps and all that. They've been setting up in your face, but there's something in the water that makes you docile, to tell you the truth. No, that ain't even a joke. There is something in the water. And they got plenty of ball games, Warriors playing. You understand me? You part of the Raider Nation. You too busy. And then if you ain't into that, you working your butt off trying to eat, trying to survive. You too busy to see that they setting you up for the kill. This place has been invaded in the time of peace. When you think it's peace and safety, the destruction just hit out of nowhere. You keep hearing what devils they are, but you kind of don't want to believe it. They don't mind you figuring out they complete devils when they got their hands on you. Think what you want. Yeah, I got you now. So in order to escape, we're in trouble. And in order to escape, you need the Most High. You don't need to be assembling to a big old church concert right now. It's not about that right now. It's not about this carnal mess they got going on, these distractions, right? It's not about that. It's about you waking up because your soul is on the line, and especially to those that are Israel, his chosen folks too. You better wake your game up. It ain't nothing different from someone that's grafted in, because to tell you the truth, when you grafted in, the main thing about salvation is the faith of Abraham. That's the main ingredient. That is the main thing. And even his chosen people got rejected because they didn't have it. They didn't want to obey. So the floodgates is open. But I'm going to tell you this, there is Israel, they're especially hated. It's another level of hate. It's another level of warfare. It's another level of destruction of your self-esteem, the stuff you was taught in school. We was dealing with it earlier. Talking about George Washington never told a lie. Was y'all taught that? That he cut down a cherry tree and he never told a lie?
Right. They did.
Yeah, they said that. They had the, was gall. He ain't never told a lie.
That's what they said.
That was the biggest lie he told if he the one said it. But probably his PR person said it for him. What did he say?
Maybe that was Honest Abe.
Oh, that was Honest Abe. Another one, huh? Honest Abe. But you a thug, though, see? Yeah, you a criminal. And you can't stand up to Honest Abe. Honest, that's what they called it. But the warfare, you need to know, see, the importance of knowing who you are is just because it's important that you know who you are so you can wake up to be what you should be. Real talk. You need to wake up and start becoming what and who you need to be. It's just the bottom line. You can't play with it. It is not a game. You have a call on your life. You're already chosen children, and you got to do your thing. Grafted in. You still say it's still the main ingredient. There is something that trump being a Hebrew. Something that trump that is faith. Yah loved everyone, for Yah so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever believes in him should not perish and have everlasting life. That trumps everything. The only relevance, which is a big relevance, of the Hebrew is you can now understand why you were earmarked and killed and slaughtered and still being hunted down now. And you need to wake up because the image they painted of us is not true. That's not where we come from. We're the most lied on people on the planet. Everyone get lied on. Don't get it twisted.
Not like that.
Especially us. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to examine yourself to see whether you be in the faith, because that's the end of all. That's it. That's the fulfillment of it. Are you obeying him? Do you have a relationship with him? Are you a believer? Are you his sheep? He said his sheep hear his voice. His sheep is listening. His sheep can even surpass the fear of being here. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because thou art with me. You got to make up in your mind whether you believe him or not and cast not away, therefore, your confidence, because it has great recompense of reward. You had a question?
So could we say faith is the way in?
Correct. The way in, the way through, and the way out. Trusting the Creator. You did not put yourself here. You do not remember signing the list to get here. You're here because someone greater put you here. And we need to turn back to him. If my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, I'll forgive their sins and I'll heal their land. Then and only then. If you deem yourself to be wicked, you got a problem. But I don't want the devil to do it for you, tricking you, talking in your ear and convincing you that you're worthless. You've been branded. Look at this. If you were kings and queens at one time in your life, you've been branded thoughts, pimps, and players and gangsters, hood rats and lowlives. To the point we even get a rap name, we name ourselves that numbskull and scandalous and ludicrous. Isn't it ludicrous? We'll name ourselves that because you've been branded, and you're also going to be branded in your head that you can't be saved. You also be branded, I can't do this. Yes, the heck you can. It ain't in your strength, and you submit to him through faith. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world, because he's going to baptize his spirit inside of you, which is going to lead and guide you. Remember, I used to think, how in the world I'm going to stop cussing? Because every other word came out of my mouth was a cuss word. Then a month or two later, I just realized, oh, you don't cuss no more. It wasn't by my strength. I just trust him. Heck, if it was up to me, I'd still be in the bed. Motel room drunk. I wasn't much on smoking. I couldn't blow no holes. But I was closed in hotel room doors. Oh, I used to be a rapper too. I can't do it no more. But at the end of the day, we got to examine ourselves and come to the table as a believer when you examine yourself. Believe he can clean you up. Believe he can change you. Believe 2 Philippians when he say, he that began a work and you shall finish it. All you got to do is come to the table with the main ingredient, faith, trust, believing him with the willingness to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it, y'all. It's because it's on you. I'm a mess. And I'm admit I'm a mess, but I'm ready to repent and turn from being a mess. You got to believe and trust, because now evil is climaxing. What people, like the younger people, have been desensitized to a satanic level, and they don't even know it. Humanity is satanic now. Kids will just kill adults. They'll run up in the house and just kill you. They're on a satanic level. They kill each other like it's nothing. It's on a satanic level. Orgy is just normal now. When I was coming up, you had to talk your way up on something. You feel me? You had to be faded and tapered, smelling right. Feel me? Looking right, pulled up right. You know what I mean? You got to walk right. Feel me? You got to convince them that it's popping. And you might convince 3 or 4 of them to be, oh, for real? Yeah. 2 of them might say, nah, I don't believe it. Y'all stand? Yeah. Man's on. Now, the wickedness has escalated. Now it's the thing who ain't got spanked up by several folks. You don't know who grabbing and touching stuff. Hey, just show up and yeah. Look at here. Because of the wickedness. It was a time where being gay was kind of, you know what I mean? Folks on the down low, you get whooped or something. Real talk. Your shoes a little too pointy, bro. What's happening? I ain't. Yeah, what that? Get him! Get him! Now, please. Now, everything goes. Mess around and notice, Mom, you kind of take care of yourself. You kind of looking good. Where does it stop? Where does it stop? You looking at your cousins and your mama, uncle looking kind of nice. Cousin looking. It's the truth in the house. Wickedness. Dog ain't even saved. Little cute puppy. Look. They need to give him a hotline. He looking like, you don't get me away from this woman. Puppy in trouble. He mess around too cute. Butt bleeding. Tired. Why he's patting? He's tired. around the house looking for his dog house. He ain't got one. Well, where do you sleep? What you mean? Where the dog? Dog hopper in the bed. Wait. Where's his son? What you mean he ain't got one?
He hopped in the bed.
Next to yours, huh?
Hopped in the bed.
They that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh. They that are after the flesh, that's exactly what they mind, things of the flesh. And we got to be honest enough to examine ourselves. If you're of the flesh, repent. Look at the consequence of it. We got to read it, y'all. Look at it. All I'm saying. Look, start at 5, right? For they that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit do things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. To be carnally minded is death. If we sober up and really look at it, look, like say if on October 15th, right? Say if they say you got to take this shot, right? That's diabolical. I'm going to be willing to kill myself. I'm going to inject it and my children. Or you going to take me to a FEMA camp? Well, then we can look at that, right, and say we're going to blame them. They are wicked. But why is that really happening? Can we get to the nitty-gritty? Could it be because of our sins? Could it be because of our sins? Could it be that the wickedness of the planet is maximized? The last time he flooded this joker with water. Could it be that he's not coming in to stop or rescue because this place is ridiculously wicked and we have been desensitized and not even know good from evil no more? You ask folks, is that stuff wrong? Oh, I'm on my own. I can't judge. You don't know what the heck you're talking about. You've been desensitized. Wrong is wrong, is right is right. We live in the times where they call evil good and good evil. It's been reversed. It's been reversed. That's super wicked. It ain't cool. It's not cool. Sin is not cool. And the consequence of it is death, and that's all we see is death. We've been so desensitized we think that that's normal. It is not normal. This place is dying. Here in the world, the earth is moaning and groaning, waiting for the manifestations of the children of Yah. So this stuff can stop and change. This stuff is going down, and we got to wake up to know that. Come on, y'all. Will you examine yourself? Because if you're going the wrong road, you're going to die. You are. There's no escape. A couple of real things happened. The first one was we was born here. I have gotten to the place where I accept it because I could have had a problem with that under the circumstances, right? A problem, period. And if you're not careful, you'll blame Yah. But I had a problem with it. I had a problem with it. And then I felt chosen and called to run my lane. And now I don't have a problem with it. And I'm going to trust him that he got it. And he's proven himself to be real in my life. So then there's a peace. And even when it gets weird, like it's weird for me right now in my life. The heat got turned up on me again. But with that being said, because of him, I'm going to persevere, period. It's just about, it's not even iffy. I'm going to stay with him irregardless to what happens, period. And I'm going to do what he called me to do, period. That's not even negotiable, period. I can't fall into sin and ain't going to do it, period. So whatever adjustments need to be made, we all need to be making them, period. Whatever you need to give up, you need to give it up. And whatever you need to start doing, you need to start doing it, Anything you shouldn't be doing, you just stop doing it. And the things you should be doing, you just start doing it. And you need to have the appropriate relationship with your maker, with your creator, period. Period. Ain't time to play religion. It's time to have a true relationship. Because when they come for us, there was a declaration, right? Yeah, I was looking at, I got to remember it, but it was concerning the FEMA camps when they were built and civil unrest. And the power was given to the president that if there's ever civil unrest, he can deputize the National Guard. You already know. But it's even deep. It's definitely martial law, but like, say, not only with the CIA, the FBI, the National Guard, the police, and all of them being on it, but also the militant groups like the skinheads and the Klan. Correct, they would be deputized, right? But this was for Hebrews, for blacks, right?
To control us?
No, to get us.
Right.
If there's ever civil unrest, they keep doing stuff to cause civil unrest. But there's a point in time where they're going to respond, right? And then they're going to deputize them, and they got the perfect president for that, which is Trump, because he would deputize them, right? But with that being said, it was, do you remember who, but whoever it was, they included the Mexicans. Yeah. Mm. This was new. This was like, who did that? Might have been Reagan, Carter. It might have been Carter. To add them in. So they're a part of this declaration that Mexicans and blacks, they coming for them. Period. You don't have no rights. They're coming straight for you to put you in FEMA camp. And see this declaration about the mandatory flu shot that can cause civil unrest. Yeah, because a lot of people gonna say they ain't, and then they'll just come. They'll declare a martial law. They can deputize whoever they gonna deputize, and there's a war on the street, civil war. So not only do they got America in a situation where they about to fight North Korea and their allies, because they got plenty of allies that's ready to strike with them against America, but the domestic problems that's going on, and it's all designed. We look at it like it's chaotic. It's all a strategic plan. We think that they're arguing and it ain't cool. No, this is all set up, and whoever invade here is on that plan because they're gonna be, feel me? They're gonna be with them. Believe that. You don't think that we're being invaded by an enemy, but the ones that are controlling this place, it ain't their enemy. The people that's controlling America is the enemy to America, but Americans don't know it. Because Americans is slaves too. When you got a birth certificate, you became a slave. That's a bond. I ain't going to get too deep into that. And the Social Security card, which makes them own you, which is a whole nother level, but folks don't know that type stuff. They ran game, and then the information is coming out, but it's too late. So our only way out is Yah.
That's it. That's all.
Period. You better bow down to him. Put your crazy clothes back on and keep them jokers on, and get your life right with Yah. Period. Get your life right with Yah. Examine yourself. Look at yourself. How are you living? How are you living? Be honest. When you sit up under truth, it kills all that religious facade, all of it. This ain't no hide and play. I mean, what, should I celebrate and I preach like this? Heck, unless we're going to go, I can turn into a motivational speaker and we'll just do us. Is that cool? You know what I mean? Nah, I think not. I think we ought to get right and get your house in order and prepare to go home. Examine yourself whether you be in the faith. It got sarcastic today. Know you not your own self? hollers and Messiah's in you, at least you be reprobates. At least you already judged and gave up on yourself. Don't you give up on yourself. If the devil still wants you, then I take it that Yah do too. If the devil still wants you, I think Yah wants you more. Yeah, if the devil still wants you, he's still campaigning to get you, then that means Yah do too. More. We're seeing to the bound. Yeah, unmerited favor. What they call grace did much more about. His mercy and his love, his saving power abides on your life. He can present you blameless if you let him. If you believe he can, I don't care what stronghold you got in your life that you're struggling and getting away from. Give it to him. He got it. Believe it. There's nothing you cannot overcome. Nothing. Nothing. Give Yah praise. He's worthy. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Don't go get no shot, y'all. No, I don't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't doing it. I don't do them either.